It's Erik Cole with the Design Studio for Community Solutions at ASU's Watts College. I've got some friends here today that we want to talk to and kind of get their perspectives on a number of things going on in the world. This is Alice Cole. You want to say hello?
I'm his daughter, and I'm going to be assisting him throughout this thing. So.
Great. So today we're really excited. We have two of our favorite people working with the Design Studio on the Maryvale 1 Square Mile initiative, Karolina Arredondo and Rosie Espinoza. So we're gonna chat with them a little bit and get to know them a little bit better. And we're just gonna jump right into the questions. Does that sound good, guys?
Yes.
Everybody doing okay today?
Yes. Yes.
Great, great. Okay, so Rosie, we'll start with you. And we kind of wanted to know how did you start doing what you're doing, both with work and your personal interests?
Sure. So with work, I am the wellness admin for the Cartwright School District. And I started in that job with the Cartwright School District, actually just being part of the employee health and wellness team. When I started at Cartwright School District, I was in the fiscal services department, and I've always had a huge passion for health and wellness. At the time I was going to school for a coaching and healthy lifestyle because I knew that I wanted to make a career change somewhere. Somehow I knew that I wanted to help people increase their health and wellness, their mental health, their physical health, all of the everything that encompasses health. And so since I had interest in that, like I said, I was in the wellness team, and during that time, let me see, I think that was like 6-7 years ago. Inside the school districts, there was change occurring where they were discussing having school wellness policies and local wellness policies and things of that nature. And so that started, and I started to help Cartwright School District on that side. And then thankfully, Cartwright School District decided that they wanted to increase their health and wellness and start add health and wellness to the food services department. And I applied for that position. And that is how I got to where I am today as a health and wellness admin. Okay. And in the health and wellness department of the food services department, we really focus on school gardens and increasing physical activity and just assisting teachers in school campuses with any of their health and wellness initiatives.
That's great. Karo, how about you?
I work at the preschool, the Isaac Preschool. So it's barely my first year there, so I'm still getting to know everybody in my role there. Well, I'm the lead teacher, but getting to know the community, the kids, the families, make it a home. Even though I went to a high school really close to that preschool, so sometimes I see people that I know, and yeah. I'm gonna be there next year, so I'm excited to be more involved, not just with the preschool, but with the community and also with the Heart of Isaac. Hopefully I could get more involved with them for next year, just because now that everything's going on, you see how much more the community needs that help and those resources that you didn't think we had, but once we go through a crisis, all these things come to light. So it's nice to get involved ourselves and somehow get the whole community to be more involved with the resources around them. So, yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. We'll put a link to the Heart of Isaac in the chat or whatever goes with this video so people can see it. Yeah. You're up for the next question.
So the next question is, how has your family adapted to this COVID-19 scenario?
So how my family's reacting to it?
Community both, right?
Yeah, family, okay. So I know, like my sister, she's taking really big, like she's staying away from everybody kind of thing. And me and my mom are kind of like more involved. Like when the school year wasn't over yet, like I was still going to the preschool, making videos for my children. I know a lot of my parents were like, I was trying to be nice in a way and take like the resources to them, but they're like, no, okay, we'll just go pick it up ourselves. You know, they were not trying to be like close to people. They were taking it real serious. But there's also those parents that were afraid to go to work, or also how to explain it to their young children, like preschoolers. How do you explain to a child like, this is why you're not going to see your friends no more? You know, it's a little bit harder for them to understand. So I know a lot of the families at the preschool were like, I don't know how to tell my child, like they miss their friends, they just want to go back to school. So it was really heartbreaking seeing those messages, but I'm glad that I know of to this day that everybody's okay, including my family and the families at the preschool. So yeah, it's hard for everybody no matter what, especially going to what feels like the fourth month, but it's not the fourth month, but it's just, it's hard. And I give props to everybody that is taking it good, you know, and hopefully the ones that are taking it hard are getting that extra help that they need. So,
It's super cool in what you said, because in you talked about the things that you did or risks you took. All of them were for the kids. Like you didn't talk
yes. You don't think about that kind of stuff at the moment, but then you're like, oh my God, what about this family or something, you know, like you just think about like, this is what I have to get done and this is what I'm going to do, you know? So yeah, it was nice to see the kids that I was able to see. And it was kind of sad that I didn't get to say bye to everybody the way I wish I would have said that. So yeah.
Rosie?
So the way my family adapted to COVID-19 really was, it took some time. It was really, really, really hard at first for us. My daughter being a freshman in high school, and I have a 2-year-old. So to echo off what Karo was saying, in like personally in the home, trying to explain like why you know, things have to go the way they do, why my daughter, you know, has to go to school online, and not only that, never having gone to school online, it was really hard just for anyone. I can't even imagine, you know, the teachers having to just switch to an online platform like that so quickly, and then students having to learn how to, you know, to go to school online, and then being in high school, kind of trying to have that motivation to continue to do her work, knowing that because it was something we didn't plan for, the school districts didn't plan for, that, you know, it was kind of like she couldn't be penalized. So it was kind of hard to keep a high schooler, you know, motivated. And with Cruz, being in preschool, you know, being at home and just losing all that interaction with all of his friends, and being stuck inside and trying to keep him occupied and active. And he goes to the preschool with our Cartwright School District, and much like Carol, so I'm very thankful for people like Carol, because Cruz's preschool teachers, what they did to adapt was have some Zoom classes and send us out activities and suggestions, which I really appreciated. And even though with toddlers it could be pretty, it was challenging with Zoom, it was still very nice. You know, looking forward to when they started those Zoom classes, you know, to see his face light up and everything, to see his preschool teachers, you know, online on Zoom. So seeing, it got easier because, like you said, seeing everybody step up and come together, like the preschool teachers, and taking that time to do something special like that for the students. And then for the Cartwright School District, like Isaac School District, we also continued feeding during this time. which was really awesome, really cool to see. Like I said, everyone just kind of come together, principals, teachers, all our food services staff, to safely distribute meals to the students. And it really opens your eyes to, like Carol said, the needs that you see when something like this happens. You know, at one point, you know, or one day, I think our highest meal day in one day that we served out to the Maryvale community was 16,000 meals. So to see that 16,000 people of the community came together that day to, you know, pick up a meal is just, you know, it's just amazing. So it was rough, but just like everyone else, you know, feeling everyone come together, getting support from everyone. And when I think that really helped as well, is seeing how everyone in their own way just stepped up and figured out how they could be of help, how we could support.
Great. That's really cool.
Can I
So,
say one more thing? Sorry.
of course.
I told all my parents, even my aunts and people that I've known before that have kids and were struggling, they said it wasn't easy. And I was like, remember, it's your first day of school. The same way teachers struggle with your kids at the beginning of the school year, you're gonna get the hang of it. That was what I would tell the parents. And then, because it's true, we have super hard time at the beginning of the year. So it was the same thing, you're starting a new school year with your kids. So you're gonna they're gonna adapt to your schedule, and then sooner or later you're gonna adapt to theirs. So I was like, don't stress out. That's how we feel at the beginning of the school year. So you're fine. This is a way to feel. Well, obviously some parents yell at their kids, and we had to do it more in a calm way. So I was just explaining to parents, remember, we've been there in your same shoes, so you're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I would tell the parents. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys.
That's a great point. I mean, that speaks directly to my experience with, you know, that having to do that pivot to us all being, you know, in the same place together for so long. That's a great bit of advice. Well, this is the last question, so we don't keep you all day. But what is the one piece of advice? And we're recording this on the beginning of June, and you know, there's a whole lot of things happening in the world, even beyond COVID-19 right now, with a long overdue conversation about justice and equality happening, and just a lot going on. I think you guys are both, to me, some of the most well-rounded and grounded people I know. So how do you maintain that sanity? What advice do you give to a young person or a parent or somebody who's just trying to figure out, you know, how to keep going? Oh, and I don't know whose turn it is. So whoever wants to answer, go for it.
So,
Rosie?
sure, so one piece of advice, you know, especially right now during this time, I'll keep going. Well, first, I would say my one piece of advice would be to take care of yourself in whatever way that may be for you. For me, exercising, physical activity, lifting weights is the one thing that I do that just, I could shut the world out and I just focus on myself. Try to find something that makes you feel that way. That way, so every day you can, you know, take that moment for yourself. You can clear your mind, feel refreshed. And especially with everything going on, like I said, COVID-19, with everything going on in the news, with injustice, I would say that don't be afraid to seek out more information either. Don't be afraid to continue to learn. Don't be afraid to question. Don't be afraid to question. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And then with that, don't be afraid communicate, to conversate, because I think that the more that you feel that you feel comfortable enough to talk to someone, to ask questions, to find out more, then the more confident you feel and the more comfortable that you feel with you know, and everything that's going on. When you don't, when there's a lot of unknown going on and you don't know what's going to happen next or what might happen, it can be really uncomfortable, and then you can start feeling more stressed. And you know, so taking care of yourself is very important. So then once you take care of yourself, then you can you know, feel comfortable enough and confident enough to help take care of others, or you know, support or find out what you can do, especially during these times, I think.
Great.
I agree with Rosie. I really do. Like, you need to take care of yourself before you try to help somebody else, you know, because sometimes when your mind isn't straight, sometimes you could say the wrong thing. And, you know, it's just sometimes you have to take care of yourself. Or I just recommend people sometimes to think before they speak, you know. Sometimes the nicest thing in your head, it might be the nicest thing, but in other people's minds, it's not going to be that. Not just saying with the justice, but also with COVID. Like, you know, if you don't believe in COVID, like, okay, that's your thing, but don't tell somebody else something, you know. So not trying to be mean, I'm just speaking, you know, just take care of yourself, think before you speak, and just be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind to nobody. So, you know, we all grew up with manners, so use your manners. Even though in the hardest times, you know, sometimes you're like, but it's very sometimes to stay quiet. But always think about others as well when you're thinking about yourself. So just take care of yourself and others and protect everybody, you know. We're in it together for everything.
We sure are. Wow, this was a great, this was actually great even therapy for me. So thank you both. It's great to hear your words. Anything else you'd like to conclude with, Alice?
Can I add on to what they said?
Of course.
I mean, like, I completely agree with both of you, and I think that one main, like, well, especially what, like, Rosie said, is that she said, like, you need to find that one thing that brings you joy. And I know, especially for our family, we have a lot of different views and different sides and different personalities. So it really, like, it was, like, kind of inspirational to hear that, because, like, it's hard to kind of, like, not think about other people when you're so focused on trying to make sure that everyone's happy, and you realize that you're not happy. And so I find that really inspirational, because, like, I used to mainly be focused on, like, trying to make everyone else happy, and this quarantine has taught me, like, to, like, try to do things that are for you as well as helping others.
Wow, that's excellent. I think that fits a lot of what both Rosie and Karo said.
And I think, and also to acknowledge that it's okay to acknowledge and feel all of your emotions. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be mad. It's okay. It's better to express all those feelings than, you know, to keep them inside, because you have to get everything out in order to function, and it's always better that way. So
yeah, what do they say? You can't, until you recognize or actually see something, you really can't deal with it. And so, yeah, being open to sharing it and understanding it is the first thing.
Especially, like I said, and that's where I feel like always growing and learning and feeling it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to learn, especially with everything going right now, and especially I think with, you know, all of our children and younger, you know, I can't imagine all of the feelings that they have seeing everything going on TV and not having as much experience as their parents and things. And so, you know, you want to justify those feelings or figure out why you're feeling, you know, the way you are when you see a certain image or see how someone's being treated or what's going on. And it's okay to, you know, like I said, ask those questions, to feel those feelings, and then to research to find out, well, why, you know. So yeah.
Well, this was great. We really appreciate both of you joining us, and we're going to keep doing some of these videos, and we'll see how it goes. And
Awesome.
really hope you both have a great rest of the day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.